You're listening to the Back Porch Talk podcast. Danny and Jason had many discussions and debates on the back porch while making pivotal investment moves with assets. That's right, with trading cards. They welcome you to the back porch and right into those discussions about current sports news with a fresh and unique twist. So come on and join us. Welcome to the Back Porch Talk podcast. I'm your co-host, Jason.
Your co-host, Danny.
Fans, we got a great show for you today. Listen, going to talk a little bit about the NFL kickoff here. And then this a little something about the HBCU game down in Miami, Orange Blossom Classic. And then ultimately we'll have something to say here about Serena and Margaret Court. But first, Danny, to the NFL kickoff and where the Buffalo Bills went into the LA SoFi Stadium and demolished the defending Super Bowl champions 31-10. Danny, this wasn't even close. This was just whooping. And Josh Allen throws for close to 300 yards, 297 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Matthew Stafford, I would say he had 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown. Nonetheless, man, the Buffalo Bills showed that they are for real, Danny, to becoming the AFC representatives in the Super Bowl. Danny, this game was not even close. They did a great job on Aaron Donald. They had a good game plan, getting the ball out quick. Josh Allen's hands, double teaming, going away from Aaron Donald. But nonetheless, Danny, Josh Allen was impressive. What say you?
Von Miller's presence was felt this first game. And the Rams are definitely missing Von Miller on their side.
You ain't lying.
Donald got in a couple times, but yeah, like you said, they got that ball out of Josh Allen's hands quick. And when he went downfield, he had a nice touchdown to Diggs, where Diggs' feet tangled up. He still caught the ball on Ramsey, of all people, and had a touchdown. Obviously, it's the first game. Matt Stafford looked shaky, but Buffalo's defense was on him all night. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments. They do play my boys next week, the Falcons. Definitely, they're going to try to get right against us. So, looking forward to this upcoming weekend with the rest of the slate of games.
And now, Danny, on to the Orange Blossom Classic, and where my Florida A&M Rattlers, yes, we got demolished against the Jackson State University Tigers, 59-3. Definitely wasn't close, man, and it was definitely a heartbreaker to look at what happened, man. It just didn't have the energy at the very onset of the game, Danny. It was just a bad showing by my squad, but nonetheless, man, we're gonna pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and we're going to go in against Albany State and go ahead and do the thing, man. But 59-3, man, I'll put it like this, Danny. Congratulations to Jackson State. Their O&D line looks impressive and massive all at the same time, man. And when you have a D line like that, your secondary is going to have a field day in really covering the receivers. I'm going to say this too, Danny. When you have several analysts on your team to look at every single nuance of the opposing team's offense and defense, that speaks volumes. It felt like they knew every route we were running.
Yep.
Or it just felt like, man, they were running our route. So I don't know. We got to go back to the drawing board and everything, and we'll see how we respond in this next game. What say you, Danny?
Yeah, this was a statement game for Jackson State. And like we talked on the last show, it was just hard to predict what would happen, just what was going on in Jackson, Mississippi with the water situation and them kind of being displaced ahead of the game. And then with the FAMU stuff that was going on last week against North Carolina. But Jackson State made a statement right out the gate. Shedeur Sanders had 5 touchdowns. They just dominated in every phase of the game. And they look like they had that bad taste in their mouth, and they're ready for trying to get this rectified, what happened last year in the championship. So, yeah, they look tough, man. I don't know how else to say it. They look like a team on a mission.
Man, so, they are on a mission big time.
So as long as they stay grounded and do what they did this past weekend, man, they're going to be tough to beat. So looking forward to watching them, and obviously watching to see how FAMU bounces back after that loss.
And now, Danny, on to just a little bit of news here with regards to Margaret Court, who has won, I believe, 24 Grand Slam tennis titles on the women's side. And she basically mentioned that she gives a lot of credit to Serena Williams, but Serena doesn't give her any credit and everything. When I saw this news, I was like, but Margaret, you're the same one who apparently has been quoted back in 1970 as saying this: South Africans have this thing better organized than any other country, particularly America. I love South Africa. I'll go back there anytime. And that was back in 1970, Danny. Mm-hmm. In 1970, in South Africa, there was a thing called apartheid. Some Africans call it apartheid, to rhyme with hate. Mm-hmm. And so, Margaret Court, for you to say that Serena does not give you props or kudos or doesn't acknowledge you, hey, man, you done said this about apartheid, a system that really just put black South Africans in a bind, to say the least, man. A racist system. I don't blame Serena for not acknowledging you.
Let Serena have her moment. And this is just sour grapes. In addition to what you said, it's just sour grapes. Serena's having this moment. She's moving on with her career. She's done what she's done in her career. She played when tennis was at its highest level, and she beat everyone that was put in front of her. And when Margaret played, the competition wasn't there, and how things were classified as far as Grand Slams and titles, and it's not the same. So it's apples and oranges. So it'd be different if things were comparable, but there's nothing for Serena to say to her.
Nope, not at all.
And
not at all.
So it's one of those things where just move on. Serena's doing her thing, and be jealous of all the accolades and attention that Serena is receiving. And just, it's time to move on.
Her comments were so bad, Danny. Hall of Famers Martina Navratilova and John McEnroe both signaled their desire in 2020 to have Margaret Court's name removed from the arena that bears her name at Melbourne Park in Australia. And this is from Bleacher Report. And you have other Hall of Famers talking like that and wanting that action to be done. That speaks volumes and says a whole lot. So I don't know, Danny. Margaret Court just needs to go ahead and sit down somewhere. Thank you for joining us at Back Porch Talk Podcast. You can also join us on Twitter by tweeting us at @back_podcast. For more information, you can go to our website, which is backporchtalkpodcast.com. You can also email us at backporchtalkpodcast@gmail.com. Again, thank you for joining us, and remember that there's enough hate in the world, so go ahead and spread a little love.